got my board, got my beads. Looks like I'm gonna need some more beads here. Alright, I know it's in here somewhere. Where is the charcoal? I'm looking for charcoal. No, not iris. I cannot find charcoal. Is there a better way to organize these beads? Have you ever found yourself in this guy's shoes? Have you ever been searching for beads for 30 minutes on end with no success, and only to find that you don't have those beads? Well, you're in luck with this video, because I'm going to be helping you to get rid of your bead disorganization syndrome and stay on top of your bead organization. Find your beads in 1 minute or less. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode. Today, as you saw in the intro, I'm going to be tackling bead organization, and I'm going to show you how to really get your beads organized. I'm talking about from the storage of the beads to the trays that you're going to get your beads out of, all the way to making a database of what beads you have and what beads you are going to need to buy soon, so you're not left hanging and wondering when that next bag of butterscotch is going to find its way to your door. I hope you're excited about today's video, and I hope it helps you a lot with actually storing your beads, because I tell you, I've been in situations in the past where I've had a big box of beads and I really didn't know where the color was that I was going to need, or where to find it, or how to find it efficiently and quickly. So I want you to get rid of all your big boxes of beads and really latch on to some of the ideas I'm talking about in this video. It's all about efficiency. It's all about being able to get your projects done without any hindrances or anything stopping you. So this is going to be a great video. Hope you're excited about it. If this is your first time to my channel, I make content where I'm talking about video games, I'm talking about fuse beading and making retro video game characters. Please check out this video up here. I give you the full rundown of all the accessories you're going to need for fuse beading, Perler beading, and it's going to be great. So check that out. And anytime, please don't hesitate to ask questions, because I've been doing this for over 3 years and I've learned a lot along the way, and I want to share those insights with all of you. Alright everybody, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the actual storage containers that I have to store my fuse beads in. It's going to be great, and maybe it'll give you some ideas as to how you can store your fuse beads. Okay everybody, thanks so much for coming down here with me. I am now on the floor, and I'm going to show you exactly what I've got set up with my big storage bins for fuse beading. So this whole container, this whole organizer here, I actually made with my dad, and it's made out of wood, and some of it is a like wood material, or a wood-like material, and it's very simple, but it has these pockets in it, and these pockets were made specifically for bead bags, for the 1,000 bead bags. So here I have a butterscotch, and I put it right in there, and that's where it's going to stay. Very simple here, but it works so well. And the thing I was running into with cloth boxes, or even containers that had semi-rigid walls to them, my beads were still falling over and it just wasn't working. So bead bags go right into here, and it's very hard. The thing about these is they are quite heavy, so I would recommend having some kind of wheels on the bottom if you were to make something like this. Other than that, they hold up very well, and they fit very nicely under a bookshelf such as this. Now you might be wondering, how big is this thing? Well, I can measure that for you. So it's 30 inches long by 13 inches wide, and it's tall enough to fit these bead bags in, and I can actually, it's about 8 inches tall, and I can actually fit quite a few beads in each of these pockets. And I'll give you another angle so you can see what these pockets look like and how deep they are. Here's the pockets themselves. You can see I just reach in, I grab a bag, and I go off to the races. Now, one more thing I want to say with this whole thing here is that something I wanted to do for a long time was I really just wanted to make some labels. Now, I've got a fantastic label printer, and I'll show you what the labels look like here, and I'll actually make one. But you can see they're kind of small, but I have cheddar and pastel yellow, so I know that in this bin I have pastel yellow and I have cheddar. They're all in there. And I'll go ahead and look at the bottom here. The bottom is completely closed in. And I know when I restock, all I gotta do, put them in there. No problem, easy peasy. And I've got my label here. It's wonderful. It's a great system that works for me. And I hope this is a wonderful idea for you as well. So you can see I've got all of my colors here where I can easily find them. I'm still working on labeling everything, but I want to show you exactly how my label process works. So here I am here. I've got my color label too here, and I've got lots of presets. This is the Brother label printer. So I actually already have one made up here with the cheddar and the butterscotch. So as you can see here, I have tan and light brown. I'm just going to print, and it's actually going to come from my Brother printer, wirelessly printing here. And there it is, folks. So once I print it out, all I have to do is peel off the sticker, and this works very well on wood. So I just take it, and right there I have my label. It's beautiful, I love it. If you are at all interested in this Brother label printer, it's a really great printer. I highly recommend it. I might even do a video on it at some point, but check it out in the description below. It is an Amazon affiliate link, so you will support the channel by, I'll get a small percentage of commission from that. So thank you so much for any support in that. I highly recommend it. It's really great for making labels, especially nice, pretty labels that stick on wood very well. They stick on plastic very well. Let's move on to the next container. So me and my dad actually made not one, but 2 containers on that day. And here's the second one. I love the way this one turned out, and it was great. We actually were going to make pockets, and then it ended up being too short, and so we came up with an idea of really long trays. It worked beautifully because this fits the bigger bags perfectly. And when I've got a big bag halfway filled, I just slap a paper clip, a clothespin on it, and I'm good to go. But these hold these big bags, no problem. And if you're curious about the dimensions, looking at about 31.5 long by 11.5. And I also found the added benefit of having a thing of Perler ironing paper I can just stick in here and be on my way. So you gotta love it. It worked out so well, and I highly recommend making your own if you can. So I've actually talked about these containers behind me before, and I'm not sure if they're actually still for sale on Amazon, but I'll double check that and put the link if they are in the description below. These containers here are fantastic. They revolutionized my fuse beading practice. I'll give you a look as I'm talking over this. So these containers are just fantastic. I love the way they've really worked out for me, and I highly recommend them. They really come in quite handy. I can put so many beads in these containers, and you can mount them to the wall. They have a screw holder in the back. I can fit at least half of the 6,000 bead bags in these bottom plastic containers, and in the top ones the 1,000 bead bags can fit completely in them. But what a game changer, what a lifesaver for me. Highly recommend them, and I can just sit here at my table and I can just roll right on over with my chair and grab out some beads. I can just pull the whole thing out, have it ready for beading, no problem. And then when I'm done, just put it right back in there. It couldn't be easier. I love it. Alright everybody, now for the last piece of the puzzle. What do you do when your beads are running out and you're not sure if you have bags available? Well, sorting them and having labels and everything works great. But what if we go a step further and we create a database for you to know exactly how many beads you have? So let's hop onto the computer and check that out. Okay everybody, so here we are in my Google Docs, and I have a Google Sheets here of Perler beads. So I'm going into it, and I've kept things pretty simple here, and you're more than free to copy what I have here. So basically I just have two columns. I have the color and I have quantity. And it didn't take long to set this up. I really had to go through and count what bags I had, so I guess that took the longest. And then I put the numbers in here. So I have red, or I have large bags, and I have those colors, and then I have the small bags and I have those colors. Now I actually haven't kept up with this in a while, but I have most of the colors that I usually use. So you can see that I have some highlighted in yellow. And what could that mean? Well, if we look at yellow here, that's highlighted in yellow, you can see I have one bag left. So highlighted in yellow simply means that I am about to run out. I only have one bag left. Sand over here, I did not highlight yellow, and you can see I've got 2.5 bags left, 2.5. So very simple, nothing too complicated here, but it helps out a ton when you're trying to figure out what kind of bags you have. So if organizing digitally is something that you like to do, then by all means use what I've kind of set up here. Of course, you could definitely color code more things, but I decided to keep it simple, and it works very well for me. So hopefully, again, this gave you a great idea as to how to organize your bead life. Well everybody, that's today's video. I hope you enjoyed this look at some of my storage ideas and what I actually use with fused beading to make things more efficient, more productive, and just put me in a better mood when it comes to finding these beads. Anything I've talked about in this video will be down in the description below, and hopefully you got some great ideas. Hopefully it will spark your imagination as to how you can really hone down your fused beading process and make it as great as it can be. If this video helped you today and you want to see more content that I'm making all about fused beading and video games, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. My channel is growing every week, and I appreciate all of you for your support. And also, before I forget, another way to support the channel, you can go on to Buy Me a Coffee, and I have an account there. You can donate. The link is below. And if I get $50 to $100, then I'll purchase another heat press to review for everybody out there, and I can try it out, and you don't have to, and you can know what is good and what is not. Thank you all so much for being here. I pray that you have a fantastic day, and until next time, keep your beads organized and happy beading.